These might actually get down by the Auroras. I'm not sure how Spearfish versus Aurora works out. Okay, pretty much in the Spearfish's favor. The expert is nose on, is able to dodge quite a few of those R3s. But a few land and orange up in the nose of that. Also downs one of the SRBs. We're on Shattered Giant. This is a puppy map. Team 1 ANS, Team 2 OSP, 3K, 4v4. We're on the public testing branch of the Carriers era. Got some minor quality of life changes, a couple minor balance changes, and a handful of bug fixes. We also have some optimizations in the tube, which has been nice. The time dilation has been minor and non-problematic overall. Of course, neither team has really gone too nuts with the craft. But even in that first game with Spam Toes, it wasn't that bad considering. We've got Iris, Puppy, Nick, and Imperial on ANS. Awesome. Let's swap over to the Discord and right off the OSP team. We've got Six Stack Fault, Pie of Reckoning, Star 1954, and Scrubbus on OSP. We are dropping down here with, I have a feeling this is Scrubbus Journeyman Spam team. I'm also joined here on Team 3 with Vastol, and Necaboy is here as well, though I believe he's been streaming all day, so it might not be too much. Just chilling.
I'm just hanging up for the moment. So you, Vasty.
Yup. Cool, so we're going to start going through these fleets. Okay, fortunately, it's not Scrubbus's brain rot fucking journeyman hell spam. I would have lost my mind. It is Six Stack Faults. And in caps, we've got, that is a lot of Barracudas. That is. We have no music, which is a severe mistake. This thing is escorted by a lyrebird. What the fuck is this? This is like a PD monitor? Alright. Also got 1, 2, 3 gun and rocket shuttles. And 1 EWR tug on this fleet. Star is rocking another journeyman. Pure Barracudas, only 12 of them. Sure what he's gonna have on those. As we can see that here, it looks like they're set up just to be dogfighters. He's also got some friendly 450 bulkers in this group. Pie is rocking. Oh my god. OSP has 3 carriers. Pie is rocking a bulk freighter, which is a 3,000 point carrier. He's got some bombers. He's got a ton of Barracudas. Got couple different sets of pikes as well. And poor Scrubbus here, the only somewhat normal fleet with TD1s, T20. Okay, so this is an obelisk and a cap fleet with, oh my god, I lied. This is not a normal fleet.
I was waiting for you to realize.
I hope everybody enjoyed the normal matches before we got here. We have now thrown out sanity. It's gone. It's gone. We're in the madness hour. Scrubbus has 1 obelisk and 1 gun shuttle swarm. Motherfucker, man. Alright, let's go over to the ANS team. Maybe this will be a little more normal. Please, guys. Please, I beg. We've got, looks like some fairly simple 450 Axfords. They're meant to fight, and they've abandoned their rear turret. We've got quite a bit of point defense. Yeah, these are meant to hang out on the front line and battle. Iris with a Yub Frig fleet. Hell yeah. This is a very old style. Yeah, this is Yes Dax. This is a Herman export build. Love this build. Very fun to play. I don't know when the last time it was updated, but presumably it should be fine into carriers. Much has changed related to this fleet. Nico's got a pit boss, which for those of you who don't know is a fat voxel. It's a Axford with 250s, 120s, almost no point defense, greeted to hell internals. Although that's not too greeted. This is more like a, I don't know, what would you even call this?
This pit boss, it's been eating a bit more, and it's actually got a brain this time. Most pit bosses have been lobotomized, but this one does have stuff up top.
Well-fed, fucking
and not lobotomized.
Pit chef.
Sure thing.
Pit chef. Nick's also got a beam destroyer, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 whole gun corps, which are already on the map, dumping out RPF. In fact, RPFing themselves as well, or getting RPFs by Puppy. I can already hear that VC, Nick being like, bro, you're shooting my ass. Stop it. Puppy rocking, I think the blind man and his dog sure is. That's a... Wow, that looks nice. Look at that. I gotta take a screenshot of this, hold on. Alright. And continue, this is a beam Axford with a ton of Auroras. Beam, beam, beam. It has no radar on it. Raptors and Raider drive with a spy and parallax voxel support for detection and one lonely shipbreak A-cap sprinter. Let's see how the game has been shaken out thus far. It looks like ANS and OSP both kind of coming in from one single angle here. ANS has gone for... Both teams have captured their natural, and OSP's managed to push up to grab the Charlie point. No one's grabbed the middle of the map, though ANS is currently on it and grabbing it, and no one's been able to grab Echo either, though there is a sprinter headed down here, and I think at this range it is going to be able to avoid detection from those shuttles, which are dumping. Wow, it looks like... Okay, this has eaten a absurd amount of plasma. Is now eating a ton of 100 mil from the...
Just noticing we've got that dilation again,
yeah,
and it's
seen it.
Stuck at 96.
Seen it. Not Flynn. Might be Neko if we can convince Neko to dip out from that spectator slot. It's not Neko. Might be one of our players, might be you or me. That is unfortunate.
It's not a specific player, it's just that you didn't get the message to go back to 100%, so it's going to need to drop before it goes back up.
So, 1 second, we can rectify that by asking the Pie of Reckoning to fire every single missile that they have from their bombers.
Yeah, so the reason, yeah, Corbo was mentioning it, the reason I mentioned that is because as soon as Gnome Puncher left on Honeycomb, the tie-dye fixed itself. I'm thinking it's might be player-centric.
Yeah, we're seeing Chabad getting nailed with a lot of plasma, a lot of 450 coming in.
So it has, yeah, it's fixed itself. I guess that... So how does that work exactly? When the time dilation goes back down, then when it comes back up, that command comes out again, and...
In order to make it so it's not sending more network data than it needs to, it only sends an update when it changes. And so if it goes to 100%, but you drop that packet because of some reason, it never sends it again until it goes to another value.
Okay.
That makes sense. Oh, we got an S3H salvo coming in here on Scrubbus's Obelisk. We'll see what it ends up doing. Lots of A&Ms being fired at.
That could be extremely bad. The Obelisk.
Fire's trying to save? Nope.
So ARAD's able to pull those missiles. The Chambers rather able to pull some of those missiles. Looks like quite a few lands in here, though. A little bit of soft kill effective. This is one of the only, like, direct combat ships OSP has. They gotta keep this thing alive. ANS storming onto the map with their more standard fleet, able to put a lot of pressure on the field. OSP's got a lot of planes up in the air, but they're not really doing anything with them. Let's start going through these planes, actually. Alright, we got Skiff, gun bombers, which presumably dumpstered this little guy. Oh yeah, look at that. Look at all those 100 lands. EO Pike, presumably? Yeah.
Yep. 3 EO Pike.
What about you? Yeah, also an EO Pike. We got Griffin Flight, which is currently having a mild aneurysm here on Shadow Giant. Just gotta get right up in
the
that.
Obelisk too. Blind man.
That's gonna die quite quickly. Knocks out the drive. It's only got the one.
Yeah.
Obelisk trapped in space. You really don't want to have that.
On the flip side, though, the bomber wing trying to catch it. Oh, firing all of its spearfish at Blind Man.
These might actually get down by the Auroras. I'm not sure how Spearfish versus Aurora works out. Okay, pretty much in the Spearfish's favor. The expert is nose on, is able to dodge quite a few of those R3s. But a few land and orange up in the nose of that. Also downs one of the SRBs.
Yeah, at the cost of one bomber being lost.
The enemy is securing zone eclipse.
OSP starting to take the E-caps. Scrubbus going down there with the swarm. Just lost one of the swarm.
These are Sundrive shuttles, by the way, so these are able to move on the map quite effectively. And honestly, with the fighter cover, they could be extremely dangerous. Just rotate around, kill everything. But as soon as A&S realizes OSP doesn't have a front line, they might just push. Because they really can just
be careful
push.
with that, though. Because if the bombers do get good bombing runs on the front line as they're exposed, they could get messed up pretty badly.
Yeah, but in the open space of Shattered Giant, I think it's hard to set up strikes of R3s or KBUs. I think these are all empty. Yeah, these are all empty. We are still seeing the R3 on the screen, but they do not have those. Minor visual bug.
They have a load of pikes. They have 5 pikes that are currently doing missions on trying to get visual tracks on A&S frontline, but they have nothing that can take advantage of it.
Well, I think what's even crazier is the sheer volume of Barracudas. They have a ton, and I mean a ton, of anti-air Barracudas flying out. They've got probably 50 right now on this team, and A&S has no offensive planes at all. They have one skiff. That's it. That's all. One little radar boy. So these Barracudas are not able to grab any attention. I will say, I think this is a pretty successful proof of concept for the anti-time dilation. I know Puppy's map has a ton of tries on it and tends to have a little higher time dilation on average than most maps. And we have a shitload of craft floating around. And the tie-dyes never really dip below 90. Very exciting. Oh man, this obelisk is in rough shape.
Yeah.
What else?
Blind Man going in for round 2.
Star is up here as
missing.
well to support. But he is pointed the wrong direction. I'm not sure what the plan is.
Nick being a bit aggressive with the Keystone, taking it through a lot of open space, trying to get to the C point to try and cover it, I assume, for later. Either that, or is he trying to make a play for A with this thing?
And just drive him down here. I mean, presumably the sprinter coming down here would be able to figure out that there's basically nothing down here. The Keystone's got free reign. OSP has put everything into controlling the Echo side of the map. All their planes, all their hard assets too. Vessels. Yeah, vessels. Ships, boats, as you will. Over here on the Echo side of the map, and they've completely abandoned the entire rest of the map, including their own natural, which has a carrier and a goofy little anchor monitor hanging out back here. OSP now has gun shuttles engaging in Axford. I'm fairly certain that 100mm cannot penetrate Axford's armor at any angle, period. Although this one is plasmaed up, that 100 will be able to dig here into this the pit chef.
To answer you fresh from the editor, 100mm AP has 45cm armor pen versus Axford's 40cm. So if you catch that flat on facing or degrade it, you can get some bite.
What the fuck? That's so weird. Man, 45 AP. That's so strange to me. I'm just so used to watching 100mm bounce off everything.
Because like you could see even there that 100mm bounced off that slightly glazed armor because it was angled.
glazed armor. That's pretty good.
Oh, yes, that coming on
The
Scrubbus
enemy is
there. Oh,
securing Zone
dear.
Atlas.
Quite a few hits. Knocking
Nice
out
Scrubbus.
3. The craft were not ahead.
I'm not able to provide any defense with these craft. In fact, I think part of the problem. I wonder if these are just like command defended instead of being microed. Yeah, I
Realistically-
think that's what's happening here. And they're not flying ahead of these ships; they're flying behind them.
If these Barracudas found the range, they just sat on top of them the whole game, that they wouldn't be able to
Yeah. Well, and I think some of these have 35 slug in them. Are these
They
just
do?
no? They're just
Let me take a
flechettes.
look.
They're flechettes. So
find.
I was gonna say you might be
coming
able
in the
to
Keystone. It's
burn
dead.
off. Oh. Stone immediately
Yeah.
eradicated by bombs from above. Just a
I'm
couple
from-
lands.
yeah, some
That's 1,
torps.
2, 3, 4, 5.
I'm
Maybe 2 or
being
3.
robbed.
It's gone. Completely obliterated.
The enemy is securing Zone Boxer.
Some more size 3 hybrids swinging around. Trying to hit something that isn't there this
Yeah,
time.
I'm not sure what these were fired at. Might just
And
be
they're not
blind
going to go low
yubbing.
enough to hit anything. Yeah.
To try
Really
and
trying to
find the
grab
carrier? But this is like way too. This is extremely expensive for that. It looks like the
Blind man, I mean, beaming. It was beaming some Barracudas.
yeah, it's been blasting planes up here all day. What I'm interested in now is that it looks like the T-20 shuttles are gonna run up on the Yub frigs. They gotta deal with those. I don't know if they know that they're here though. The shuttles are not tracked. They presumably know that something's here on the Bravo point since it's being captured, though they will have no idea what. You can no longer get any sort of visual data from missiles, so even if these come down here, they're not going to have a super great idea of what is down here, although they will know that there are some planes covering things. These planes should be able to assist here. Looks like, whoops, AMM's getting fired a little too early. Left coming in. Arad getting grabbed by the jammers. Pulled off the shuttles. One does eat a land. The 2 shuttles are fine. Man, it really does not take much to kill one of those shuttles. Sun shuttle's extremely vulnerable to everything. My man's still up here beaming stuff? That's not one. There he is. Probably. I keep seeing that beam lance out. OSP kind of just trapped right now. They've got about 9,000 points in backline. Which, as we've seen, is a lose condition for the most part.
450 landers from OSP are engaging one of the Axfords, doing a little bit of damage. Ooh, I think Star here being a very, very liberal with the restores, and that might be a problem. Trying to repair a gun plotting center, ammo elevator, defender to stonewall whilst under fire, and
Oh,
using
what is he
trying to
doing?
restore more things than he has. Oh, he's stopped trying to repair one thing. Okay, but yeah, whenever you're getting shot at, don't try to
like you're
fix
happy with
squishy
this.
things.
Might also just be testing the changes to the repair system. We do need people doing repairs.
Yeah, let's take a look at that.
Make
yeah,
sure
large
that shit
magazine
doesn't
used up
just
first. Large
break
reinforce.
Looks like we got another S3H strike out, just being fired directly into the middle of those bulk freighters. No respect the OSP team at all. All these in, see what happens. And I forget how slow S3H are in cruise. The S2s are a bit faster. Takes a while for things to get over here. I think a couple of those are gonna eat shit on that rock. Yeah, they sure are. Soft kills, getting a few. One land on the gun tepid. Couple more. All of them landing amidships. Feeling like Snake as well. Neither are structure broken, but both have taken sizable amount of damage, swinging that fight into the ANS's favor.
Yeah, the Craft making a big misplay by just not staying on top of these range and trying to deny these missiles coming out. I'm not sure why they didn't just do that.
Cyclone Flight not engaging these missiles either?
The
What
enemy is
what's
securing
going on?
zone boxer.
Hanford trying to catch up with them now, but oh my god, just missing. What the?
Yeah, these planes are. I think I have a feeling our carrier players are all very overtaxed right now. They have so much on the field. Fire in particular has a ton of flights out. Seem to be kind of ignoring the missiles. Big rock strike out on one of the packs of oh, and Sturgeon's coming in here with the 100 HE. That'll make short work of the upfrigs. They don't have any damage control to speak of. As soon as any damage they take is gonna stick, and a fire will kill you eventually. They're in big trouble. They're not gonna be lasting that much longer. They didn't get a whole lot done, but honestly, they didn't need to get a whole lot done. They fucked up one bulker. They did some damage to two of the other ones. And since OSP's all backline, that's enough. ANS pulls out a cap advantage here. They got 3-2. They're also up by 108 points. Okay, just saw Blind Man blast another plane.
These S3H range are just down to 4 missiles, so they don't really got to worry about now getting chased after for the rest of the game. They've done their done their whole role.
And it looks like they're continuing to dump some more. You know what I'd like to see? In the after action report? A list of craft killed. Especially if you've got a beam turret. How fucking funny would that be? Like Scrubbus and Star having some connection issues, or maybe some. Oh man. Like a weapon kill count per craft. Yeah, I beamed with my beam Axford. I did like 5k damage to actual ships, but killed 15 planes. How that'd be nice. Probably not gonna happen, at least not for a long, long time, but it would be pretty funny. Scrub is having some severe issues with stuff on the map. Might be computer, might be internet connection, unclear. Although if it's every time he issues a command, that's probably something related to the network. Scrubbus is famously runs on garbage tech. Oh.
And it's just throwing, I guess, this Axford trying to get it onto the E point, maybe? Or no, just advance forward a little bit.
Yeah, both teams kind of, their strategy's breaking down and they're just settling into brawl in the middle of the map. The front lines are duking it out. And once these bulkers go down, and they will go down, ANS will just have free run of the table here. But Scrubbus is trying to get some point control back onto OSP's side. Looks like with ANS losing their assets on the bottom of the map, they're not realistically going to be able to cover their own Bravo point, and they're definitely not going to be able to cover Charlie. Looks like Pit Chef down here is going to be able to cover the Bravo point. He can't handle both, not with them being so far away from each other. And even with ANS having all those points concentrated over here on the Charlie Echo side of the map, they're able to control, or Delta Echo I should say, they're able to control Delta, but not Echo. Here goes the last of the Reigns. Now, Iris has one being yoked onto Echo. There's that monitor, this ridiculous monstrosity is going to be able to grab the Charlie point for free. Should be. Yeah, there's nothing really ANS has over there to contest.
This is such an expensive PD escort as well.
Yeah. The meatiest monitor. Big tie-dye dump as the craft dump their missiles. Ain't a puppy ship here.
And the bomb's connected.
This one's just being dumped onto the reins.
Yeah, it's already dead.
Blind Man found a
massive
really awesome
dump
bow here.
onto Imperial's Axfords here, getting nuked with a bunch of S2s, and
Wow.
it's dead.
Bombs came
hitting
in
as well.
too.
The enemy secured zone combat.
Unbelievable. After all that positioning and jostling, OSP finally figured out that ANS doesn't have any anti-craft in the air, and they don't seem to have any SAM sites either. So the bombers are just going for the gold, and they get it, taking down that Axford in one volley.
Is what I was mentioning earlier in the game, that ANS, they're going to move forward, but they are going to just get bombed because there's so much craft up.
And catching a few more planes. Oh, is going to get spearfished. Saw what happened last time with that. It doesn't have as good a dodging angle this time. Oh man.
The DC teams are running from the aft. Did get two of the bombers, I think, there, so that's not terrible.
Big
And they
blast
could go in
test
with the
ones.
bombs right now. Like, they got the KBU-22 still on board, I believe. Let me take a look quickly.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah, they
think they
could-
want to face that Star Destroyer
With the
point
Vox.
blank range though.
Oh, well, the beam is out.
But they don't know that.
And it's a pretty good assumption to make, you know? You were in visual range as well with those bombers, probably. So you would have seen it. Although the beam is now back up at this stage.
I will say when I'm playing I can't speak for everyone, but when I'm playing planes, I'm basically locked into the TAC map. Like 20%.
I like seeing what I damage. It's a very good information.
Oh,
to get
that's
if you're using
it
boots.
is. It's absolutely good. I just, for the micro's sake, I have to be controlling stuff over here and over here and over in the middle all at the same time. A lot easier to do that when you're on the TAC map. I think this Barracuda's about to die. Come on, I want to see the RPF blow him up. I think it's gone nuclear. Ah, I see. Real ship, which has... Oh, no, that was the EWR. Yeah, ANS kind of trapped in their current position thanks to the wall of fighters. Figured the point defense would be able to cover it, but I guess if you get enough mass, and the team has had plenty of time to get all their planes up in the sky, you can just overwhelm the PD with rockets and with bombs.
It
And if
does
you're
look like
parked-
the
Go ahead.
bombs have ran out. Yep, no more bombs inside the carrier unless they're prepping another flight with some. Nope. So they've run out of bombs, at least besides the ones that the Crusader was still carrying.
450 Bulkers feeling brave enough to poke out and dump some shells down the field, not really doing much in the way of damage. OSP going to be very reliant on this craft to secure this game. They're also going to have to grab some more capture points.
They are trying to take D, but Scrubbus is going to maybe go a bit too far forward of this thing. He needs to start moving it backwards to the center.
There it is. I was about to say, where even is D? Here it is. The
Oh,
round
no
townie.
damage! The damage control team burned to death inside that shuttle. So
Wow.
just the basic or the drive getting knocked out. It's going to be a rough state. The Vauxhall's switching fire to it. He needs to get into cover. If it's firing RPF, he might be able to get into cover before that can hit. Yep, he's good. Blind Man desperately trying to rise up to get this shuttle. This is incredibly close.
Very important. Scrubbus knows. He can see it. He can see it on visual at this
Uh-oh.
range. He can see it. Neither's on track, but they know. Shuttle is a little bit faster than an Axford, as it turns out. It's really just a matter of time.
Oh, but he left the
Scrubbus is going to leave the point. and start losing the Delta point. They gotta get this. Yeah, and it's too late. Axford, the shuttle throws on the brakes to try and get back up into the ball, but the blind man is going to come down here, and that's gone. OSP's play for Delta, very clever. Could have won them the game right there, or at least give them a strong chance. That
I would have stayed on it.
Pay off.
Yeah, he should have stayed on it. He was like, what, 2 seconds away?
Yep, just had to stick it. Was not unable to. The thigh high getting bullied off of ANS as natural by the pit chef.
That chef is still fucking picking, I swear to God.
It's every time. Man. It's every time. It's the new meta, I promise. These craft are frozen in the sky for me. Hello?
It is stupid.
Hello? Is anybody there? Okay, I'm back.
Welcome back.
I thought I was gonna get dropped there for a second. I did get DC'd for just a moment. Yeah, Twitch is now giving me a welcome to the chat room. But I am back, and the game didn't boot me. So yeah, confirmed. I have no idea how the work shit works.
Well, we'll see in 20 seconds. It might still boot you. Who knows now?
Yeah.
450 coming into the crippled and dying obelisk.
Am I watching a skiff? Okay, I see. The skiff is getting flacked. For a second, I thought it was getting shot with 450 from the bulk friend. Man, these are just doing no damage. I don't know about this 20 damage.
The enemy is securing zone eclipse.
Ooh, OSP. I mean, Anna's starting to take that E point. The Iris just kept Shift W all the way to the E point with that range. Has no damage control teams. Anything could take this thing out.
Wow.
And it made it. Now it's gonna cap. I
It's
don't think there's anything nearby.
nothing down here. It looks like a reflex flight is coming in from 6-stack fault, but I don't think. Okay, these do have some S2s.
A-Rad. They just need to spot it. They don't have the longest range radars. Oh god. H burn, yep.
4 kilometers. They see
20
it.
seconds. They gotta fire now.
They're
There we
firing.
go. Oh, now it's up to the time.
God.
Oh my god, it's so close. Are they gonna reach?
Better question is, are they gonna K-kill it? Yep.
That was
At
incredibly
the
close.
last second, OSP saves the echo point. Great play out of 6-stack.
But C-cap is going to be taken by
The device.
Chef. Very unfortunate, although
I don't know, I think he's gonna get
Spy
450'd. Because the bulkers are pointing directly at Pit Chef and the Big Sun. They might have a little bit of sun in their eyes, but I have a feeling the 450. We've seen what happens to these sorts of builds when they start eating 450 in the nose, and it is not pretty. Here it
even
comes.
with that, the torps are coming in too.
The torps? From
the
where?
Bombers. Yeah, the bombers are coming in offset to the side. They're going to swing around.
Aha,
and get on
backfire.
Chevron.
I'm right for its ass. But they're gonna have to come fast though. RPF's coming in here. We'll start attriting these sturgeons after a little bit, although that fire rate is abysmal. It's 1 Mark 61 with I don't think any ammo vetters still left alive, so they're gonna be fine. A lot of that 450 AP, a little bit of 450 HE coming into that nose too. Sturgeons are flying in. Hacked wake and bombs. Oh, this thing is gonna have a wake sig for these to grab onto. It doesn't matter how much soft kill you got at this point, Chief. I honestly don't think it's gonna have that much soft kill anyways. Oh my goodness.
And the KBUs have been thrown out as well. 2 of them. That'll break DT as long as they. It's
Bye.
dead anyway. Doesn't matter.
See you later. Vanished to the Shadow Realm. Not gonna be able to capture that Charlie Point. Planes will need to leave, and yeah, they do. They are RTV. But they don't want to eat a reactor crit. We've seen what happens to planes that eat reactor crits. Oh my. Exist, and then they don't. The blind man still getting Barracuda kills.
Can you imagine just like it's World War II and like there's just all the flat guns and all firing and there's just a fucking laser in between
Just a
them all, there's
huge
green
fucking
laser.
death beam.
And it's just it takes like 20 guys to hand crank the thing to go left, right, up, and down.
And it just evaporates your fucking plane. I gotta ask, Puppy's gonna have to change his name. From Beams Missiles to Beams Planes.
OSP is starting to catch up. The Vauxhall needs to commit to one of the other flags. I think they're worried about B. Yeah, that's a.
I think it has to
Always
cover the
people
Bravo
everywhere.
point. Yeah, because it looks like one of the bulkers and the
Miners.
monitor are going down there. They gotta cover that Bravo point. Ela and Dunce is going for, what a great name by the way, is going for the Echo Cat. Looks like Blind Man's falling not too far behind to help cover it from the planes with its beam. Puppy's hanging out on the Bravo point with the Voxel, is gonna try to defend it. I don't think it's gonna be able to handle the PD monitor and the bulker though.
There's this is one of the reasons why I don't like using I like using long haul drives because the strategic maneuverability that you get, because you're missing over 10 meters a second move speed if you're not using a long haul or like double driving this thing, and it's so painful. You notice it in these sort of situations where you want to get onto this B point right now, but your liner is missing effectively like, you know, a quarter of the speed. What?
Star gets reactor critted from Nico's the pit chef.
So OSP is going to so let's see, so it's 24 versus 36 per minute, but then it's going to swing around again. To a whole orbit around the sun.
ANS is about.
I think the chef's final cooking project there was in fact a bulk freighter. Well done.
All right. Yeah, good job. Good work. Yeah, ANS is gonna grab this Echo Point. Man, what a weird game this is, and it really is coming down here to the last little bit of the fight.
So that's 6 more difference. Yeah, ANS has won this. I believe there's no way to recap. We'll take this overcap down at the Bravo point for OSP, because the Vox will contest. So this is an ANS win.
It'd have to be, right?
Yes, it is.
Or is it? Dun dun
It is.
dun 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 dun. It was you. It was the fans who won. It was the fans who won.
The fans?
Yeah,
I see.
the fans of Pit Chef specifically. Nobody else. Only Pit Chef's fans. Goofy ass game. I can't believe how close OSP got with just pure craft. I mean, it wasn't pure, but that was a lot of planes on the field, and they did some good work. It definitely wasn't worth as much as they had, but they did do some good work.
Oh, the Lyrebird looks like a little button nose on the,
Yeah, the Warbler.
Is it a Warbler? No, that's the Lyrebird.
No, it is a Lyrebird. Huh. I'm used to seeing them on, I guess, smaller mounts where they look bigger. But yeah, Scrubbus jumping off the D point literally did lose OSP the game. They could have won off the back of that. Holding that for even just 1 minute. Fucking incredible. What a match.
Undoubt blame Scrubbus.
Yeah, let's get into this after action report.
Nearly
Kill
50k damage on the CLN. I mean, the carrier.
Most of that's going to be in torpedoes, right? Well, only 15 in torps. How much do the bombs do? 10 in bombs. Yeah, I guess all the little ones add up. And It's 5.5 with 100 mil HE.